Hello, everyone, and welcome to Off Chain. My name is Jimmy Song, and I have a great show for you today. I am going to do some take a live look at the Blockstream satellite kit that Blockstream sent me. We're also going to discuss some prevalent things for today. Hopefully, explain a few things. Um, yeah, thanks for joining me. I do want to talk about a few different things, and they involve mostly slightly more technical things. Well, first, let's start off with Vaultoro. They're another 2x signee that decided not to be a part of 2x anymore. So that's something that we have to think about. That makes it like 3 or 4 companies that have backed out of the 2x agreement. There is some chatter that maybe other companies will follow. So that's something that we should definitely think about as we go forward. Another piece of news was Armory. Greg Maxwell apparently found a vulnerability in the fragmented backups. And if you guys don't know about fragmented backups, it's a really cool technology, and it uses something called Shamir secret sharing. If you guys don't know yet, a Bitcoin private key is just really a 256-bit number. So it's just a really, really large number, but you can sort of represent it in 32 bytes, which is very nice. What you can do with that 32 bytes of data is sort of fragmented, and Shamir secret sharing is basically putting the number into an equation and basically breaking it up into the coefficients of a polynomial. So that sounded really complicated, but it isn't. Just think about like, back when you were in high school or something like that and doing high school algebra, you had equations that were, like linear, right? Like it's y equals mx plus b. Another one is quadratic, it's x plus c, something like that. And then there's another one that's cubic, that's x cubed, and so on. Those are all sort of polynomial equations. And you can have a sufficiently large polynomial equation with different coefficients. Those are the numbers that go in front of the x to the n or whatever. And and you basically give different points on it, and you can let people know, and you can make an m of n fragmented backup that way. What Armory had was a vulnerability where if you knew one of the points, you can figure out some of the other points because of the way they chose the points in the Shamir secret sharing scheme. And that's kind of what happened with that. Turns out that pretty much anything before the current release, which is 0.96.3, if you have some if you use fragmented backups, that you should basically gather them back up and do it again. You still need a piece, so it's only really the fact that somebody that you trust may be able to abuse that trust a little bit, not necessarily it's a lot less severe than that. But something to think about, Shamir secret sharing is kind of difficult to get right. It is a really cool feature of Armory. Unfortunately, it did have this vulnerability. All right, another thing I wanted to talk about was CoinHive. I don't know if you guys have seen CoinHive. Let me share my screen with you. CoinHive is this in-browser Monero miner. Basically, it lets you mine Monero through JavaScript. And what's interesting is because Monero uses this hash function. What is the name of the hash function? I think it's CryptoNight, and it's pretty CPU hard. You can do it on a GPU, but the benefit is about 2 upside. Ended up doing is it's getting more and more popular for malware to basically use CoinHive. I think the CBS website at one point had some of this running, and whenever you visited CBS, they would basically take your CPU cycles and mine Monero with it, which is an interesting way to sort of monetize, but obviously a bit unethical. So that's something that's becoming more popular. We have other coins as they get more popular, and as before sort of ASICs and FPGAs get to them, this becomes sort of like a way to monetize pretty easily. And for a malware writer, having this sort of as a vector, attack vector would be a very useful thing. All right, so yeah, those are all sort of things that I found interesting in the last few days. I'll do more if we have more time at the end, and we can talk about things that you guys are. I want to take today. I got this Blockstream. Let me show you the box actually. Yeah, so this is the box, the Blockstream satellite. I actually got this shipped to me. Let's see, it was like 3 weeks ago, except I had to go to Paris and I had to do the programming blockchain seminar and all this other stuff. So I actually haven't really opened this part. There's an additional box with the actual satellite dish, but here, this contains all of the actual components that you need in order to hook up the dish to a computer and do all the things like that. So anyway, I wanted to take some time to just sort of open it and see what the hell's inside and go through that. All right, so here's the box. The camera's not positioned greatly, but all right, so here we go. All right. And, oh, wow. All right. Well, it's obvious what this is. This is coaxial cable. It's a really, really long coaxial cable. It's 100 feet of RG6 coaxial cable. All right, so that's obviously to connect to something. All right, so I'll put that sort of on the side here. Let's see what else is here. What is this thing? All right, this is 19-inch SMA to F adapter for SMA. Okay, so I did read about this. It's some sort of like power adapter cable or something like that. All right, let's see what else is in here. Okay. Okay, yeah, here we go. And what is this? I don't really know what this is. It's a new ELEC net NE5DX SMA. Okay, I know SMA has something to do with the satellite, but here, let me. I'll open this for you and show you what it looks like after I take out everything. All right, this one is what? What is this? This looks like some sort of bracket or something like that. Single satellite TV dish LNB bracket. Yeah, so it's a bracket for something called an LNB. I don't really get what an LNB is yet, but all right, what is this? All right, MK1PLL. All right, there we go. This is some sort of KU band LNBF, linear polarization, single output, standard LO, waterproof design. So I guess this goes on the satellite somehow, and you can see a little picture there. Let's see the last thing here. All right, and put the box away a little bit. And what we have is a power inserter. It's a 12-volt power inserter, and it's specialized for the DirecTV satellite dish, which is what they also sent me. Let me show you what that looks like. All right. Well, here's the actual dish, DirecTV, and a bracket, and A couple of other things here. Yeah, yeah. There's like an arm and all this stuff, and yeah. So obviously, it's a lot of stuff. Yeah. So thank you, Blockstream and Samson, now for sending me all this stuff. Let's open some of this stuff and sort of give you guys a closer view of what the heck is in some of this stuff. All right. Here. So yeah, I don't really know what this piece is, but it looks like this is our connection to the computer. It has this B connector on one end, and it has this sort of other connection on the other. I believe that's what connects to this thing. So let's see what's in this thing, and what is in this thing. This is, it looks like some sort of coaxial to some other type. And yeah, it does indeed. It would seem that would go in there. Okay. All right, let's open the mounting bracket and see what that's for. This is an LNB mounting adapter, mounting bracket. Whoop. Yeah, I should probably. All right, so here's some screws and stuff. Here's what the bracket looks like. It's something or other. Oh, I am dropping stuff all over the place. All right. All right, here's another bracket, or screw and bolt. I presume that's for that. And then what's the main thing here? All right, so this I think this lets you sort of like position the satellite very, very precisely, or something like that. And yeah, you need this in order to, I think, point the satellite very well. Okay, here is the power inverter from DirecTV. I guess this is it says SWM ODU only. I need to study up on this. All right, so it has it's got a plug on one end, and it's got, you know, basically what look like coaxial cables. And if you look at the little labeling there, it says signal to IRD and power to SWM. So somehow you get a signal out of this, is my guess, and you hook it up to you know, to the actual satellite dish, I think. All right, let's see. Is there any instructions? Safety instructions. Yeah. Tighten 2 screws, etc. All right, so it's sort of like standard instructions for that. All right, let's take a look at this thing. It is whatever this thing is. I don't really know what it is, I guess. KU band LNBF. All right, so I think, okay. All right, so this, I think the bracket thing goes with this. I'm guessing somehow, or something like that. I don't know. And this is sort of a cap for this, but there's a coax here, and you can, I think, maybe remove this top thing. I'm not sure. And then maybe insert. I'm guessing this is the thing that helps you point the satellite dish. And you know, I don't know. Given the precision you sort of need in order to set it up really, really well, it wouldn't surprise me. But that's what I'm guessing. I don't know how to remove this top thing yet. And there are no instructions in here, at least as of yet. Phase lock loop. Okay, yeah. These terms don't really mean that much to me. I'm just a coder. All right. So there we go. Yeah, this thing I think goes on here, and you can sort of like, oh, I see. So you put the cable in this way, and you get it in, so it's like sort of like waterproof or something like that is my guess. All right, good stuff. And then finally we have this giant coax cable, and I'm opening it now. So I think this is meant to run all the way from your satellite dish to your computer. and it is it's 1,000 feet of this stuff. It's zip tied here, so we can just undo this later. All right, so let's see. Well, let's see how big it is. Oh my God, I think this could actually like run from, you know, like the outside to like some inner sanctum room in my house or something. So I think that's the idea. Let's see. Here's the actual dish again. It's literally just a dish. It's just a big piece of metal, and I'm still trying to figure out how this hooks up to everything. I'm gonna take apart the rest of the satellite dish box. Let me get that out there for you. All right, and this looks like some sort of bracket. I think there's a hole here, so I think you put some sort of pole into this thing, and then you mount this thing outside. Yeah, and actually, yeah, that makes sense. All right, so here's the, yeah. Well, I think I have to loosen it, but I think this part goes in there, and then the dish goes on this thing. I'm still trying to figure out how it gets powered and stuff. Oh, I see. Okay, so here's sort of the main part. I think it's called the LNB18. And I'm guessing that this gets, you know, this comes off and maybe hooks into this thing or something like that. But there's sort of coax inputs over here. I don't know what those are, but we'll figure it out. But yeah, we got a lot of parts here, and certainly enough bolts and things. You know, these also came with the dish, so we got enough bolts and things that we could sort of put it together. I do want to show you guys a little bit. You know what else? What you have to do once you get that all set up. But let's go take a look at the actual GitHub repository, and then we'll do some reading together and figure out what we need to do next. All right, application. All right, let me share this screen. All right, so this is the Blockstream satellite GitHub repository, and it says Blockstream satellite receiver. This repository contains the development source of the new radio-based satellite receiver. See the wiki for setup and configuration information. Go to the Blockstream satellite IRC channel on Freenode for additional help. This is an initial release, and regular improvements will be made to the Blockstream satellite, more user-friendly and less technically complex. All right, so Blockstream satellite currently covers near 2/3 of the Earth's landmass. To see if you are in our coverage area, use our interactive coverage map. All right, so let's take a look at the interactive coverage map, and you can see, okay, yeah, wow, okay. Huh, the South American one kind of covers the US as well, but it looks like there's one for North America. Yeah, Galaxy 18, Eutelsat, Telstar Africa, Telstar in Europe, and obviously most of Asia, Australia, they are not covered apparently. And you can actually enter your address, and that's actually something I think you have to do in order to figure out exactly where to point the satellite and to get the adjustments in so that you can, you know, get the signal from the satellite properly. So that's sort of the coverage map. So the hardware required, we have the satellite dish, we have the I don't know what PLLNB is. What is a PLLNB? Well, I guess yeah, PLLNB. All right, let's Google it. All right. Low noise block down converter. Okay. Oh, I see. Huh. All right. That's interesting. And I guess the thing, low noise block down converter. Okay. Interesting. All right. I did not know what that was. All right. It's the white thing apparently. I guess this is it. This or Yeah, I think this is it. This is the LNB. Yeah, low noise down converter. All right. Let's see. Minimum 45 centimeter satellite dish. All right. PLL LNB. The type of LNB used is critical. There are 3 parameters. Obviously they sent this to me, so they sent me the LNB thing. So I think we're okay. If you are located in North America and you are using the Galaxy 18 satellite, your frequency is 12.178 gigahertz. Okay, so let's see. This is a PLL-LNB, I think. Stability, noise figure, RF input. Okay, yeah. So, all right, let me stop sharing the screen a little bit and show you sort of the specs on this thing. If you look at it, it says that the RF input is 11.7 to 12.2 gigahertz. So that's exactly what the specifications for this, I guess, polarized low noise something. I'm really not familiar with a lot of these terms, but that's what this is, the PLL-LNB. All right, let's get back to the application window and continue looking at the satellite. Specs. Okay, note the universal LNB. Yeah, okay, linear LNB polarization. Requires an LNB with linear polarization. Okay, I think that's what this, it says PLL, so I think that means polarization or something like that. LNB LO stability, highly stable LNBs. Like most LNBs will have a stability parameter referred to as either stability or LO stability, measured in plus or minus XX kilohertz or megahertz. I guess that's sort of, okay. And it says the stability of this one is 100 kilohertz. So it really doesn't move up and down very much, at least relative to the RF input, I guess. LNB power supply. Most LNBs require anywhere from 13 VDC to 30 VDC to be injected on the coaxial port to power the LNB. As this is a common requirement, many power injectors exist for this purpose. Okay, so I think that's the DirecTV thing. I believe this is the one thing that powers everything else, so that would make sense. All right. Yeah, and yeah, there we go. LNB mounting bracket. While the dish likely comes with a mounting bracket, you'll need one designed to accept a universal LNB. These attach to the feed arm of the antenna and have a circular ring that will accept a universal LNB. Okay, so that's what that bracket was all about. And indeed, it has okay, so the circular thing is supposed to go with this LNB. All right, so let me show you. All right, so this is the LNB, and it has sort of the coaxial thing that I showed you guys before. And this is the mounting bracket, and I guess it's supposed to go in like this. I'm gonna have to get a screwdriver and unscrew this and sort of, actually, yeah, I guess you have to take it apart first, and then you close it around this thing or something like that, and then that's, it picks up the signal. Okay, okay, so this is the thing that picks up the signal. Interesting, end of the arm. Wow, there are people in the chat that probably know a lot more than I do. Okay, so this goes on, I think. Oh, what is this thing then? I'm still kind of confused as to, well, how to excuse me, guys. How to sort of, you know, I guess I'll figure out what to connect to what. All right, LNB mounting bracket, software-defined radio interface. All right, so other than RTL, okay, so we need something. We basically need to install some software on. Oh, forgot to share on a computer in order to be able to do this. I think it's GNU Radio, basically. you'll need to connect your SDR software-defined radio to the LNB power supply. Okay. The powered output of the power supply is then connected to the LNB. You'll need to ensure that you have the necessary coaxial cable and connectors to make these interfaces. Oh, I see. I guess that's why they gave me. Oh gosh, where I am like lost as far as where everything goes. This is why when you try to do this, I guess maybe I should have brought this. I should have had like a table or something. Okay, so this is the coaxial cable, and we did have sort of that adapter that sort of put it to a USB basically. But I don't know where that thing went. Okay, here it is. Okay, so here is everything. Okay, so all right, so I tried to install some of the software here. Except I couldn't get it working on my Mac, and I have another Windows laptop that's not working on it either. So I think what I need to do is get a Linux laptop and then install the software, and then I'll be able to do this easily. One of the things that they tell you like down here is that you're gonna, I think it's like step 4 or 5. Yeah, step 3. It says, note this process is performed easiest with a laptop that can be watched while moving the antenna. If you're not able to have a computer at the antenna, you'll need 2 people, one to move the antenna and one to monitor the laptop. So that would stink. So I think what my plan here is to instead just sort of find a nice line of sight for the dish, hook it up to my laptop up there and make sure that it's mounted securely and pointed in the right place. And then after that, install it. I have a server running in my house. So what I'm going to do is hook up or install the software on that server and basically hook it up that way. It is interesting though, because I guess let's figure out what to connect to what. I mean, I didn't really know what it was talking about. So before mounting your satellite antenna, it is important to ensure you find the ideal mounting location. Yeah. So I did get these numbers. I'll look at them again when I actually go and mount them outside. I'm probably not going to do that today. All right, mount antenna. Now that you have verified that you have clear line of sight, it is time to mount your antenna. Install the satellite antenna according to the directions accompanying it, or have it done professionally. If you install it yourself, confirm the following. Check to be certain the pole the dish is mounted on is completely level. Set the elevation of the antenna to the parameter provided by the antenna aiming tool. This is the up and down angle. Many antenna will have an elevation scale on the back of the dish. All right, all right, so the dish is kind of big, and I am going to probably have to either move it up to the top of my house or something, but it's apparently really, really important that the dish be really, really level. I'm still not entirely sure how it all comes together, and somehow this box did not come with directions. I'll just have to look on YouTube, I guess. But that's kind of where we are. All right. Connect the equipment with power disconnected from the LNB power supply. All right, this is the LNB power supply. It's the black one that's got like power to IRD and power to SWM. These are initials I haven't seen yet, but I guess we'll figure it out. All right, so let's see. Do not connect the power port to the SDR. Permanent damage may occur to your SDR and or to your computer. All right, this is, I am kind of confused as to which port is actually the one that I need to connect. Connect the SDR to the non-powered port on the LNB A to F connector cable. Okay. All right, so I'm gonna need your help, people. All right, so I have here's the power supply, I think, and here is the cable, and I have two things here: signal to IRD and power to SWM. It's the IRD one that I need to connect to. It says, do not connect the power port of the LNB power supply to your SDR. So this is the powered port, I guess. Anyone want to confirm? I don't want to like damage my computer. Anyway, so that goes in there, and then this connects to the other side, and this is our interface into the computer. Is basically, I guess. All right. All right. So now I can hook this into the computer. The satellite coax goes to the left. The power goes to the right. All right. So, all right, great. So, all right. Oh, wait. He says no. No, it's not. It's, SDR is signal to IRD. Okay. So do I have it right, people? Anyone? People? Oh, he's got it wrong. Is it the wrong way? SDR to signal to IRD. All right, so this is going to the SDR. And do I have it right? Okay. Well, anyway. All right, so that's the next part. And then I need to connect the equipment. All right, so I got this. You'll need to use the computer and SDR to identify the optimal position. Okay, we'll do that later. I just want to see how it all sort of hooks up. And then I use the coax, I think, to plug into one of these things, I guess. No, you have it wrong. Flip it. All right. So it's supposed to go like this. Power to SWM. Okay, the 100-foot coax is on the left. Okay. All right. Well, let's see. I will look this up later before actually powering this on and making sure. But then we have the 1,000-foot coax, one of which goes in here. Yeah, I think Blockstream is still working on the instructions, so that's sort of what's going on. They sent me sort of like a test version. Yeah, all right. So I got this thing, and then yeah, it would be great if I had like a headlamp for the roof mounting right now. Okay, and then the other part, I guess, goes into the satellite, which I think is this, and I think it goes in like this or something, or up here maybe. I'm not really sure which way this is supposed to go in, but I believe it's something like this because it's got the hole here. So, all right, and then I guess I would insert it here, something like that. Yeah, all right. So that seems like what it's supposed to be doing. You do not need. Okay. Wrong LNB, Jimmy. What, this thing? Oh, yeah, okay, yeah. All right, so this one goes into, oh, we need a mounting bracket, which I'm not sure how this, okay, I can mount this here, but how does this thing connect? Does it, I don't know how to put this on the actual thing. You want to use the one from the white box, yes. All right. SDR is a software-defined radio dongle you have in your hand, right? Okay, so how do I how do I connect this thing to the bracket is the question. I mean, I know this. All right, so let's unscrew this thing and then at least figure out how to. All right, so I have a little thing here. Let's unscrew this thing so we can. Get this mounted in. Okay. All right. All right. Oh, I see. So this, I gotta take it all the way out. Otherwise, it can't fit. Live view of me unscrewing stuff. I'm sure this is what you guys came for. All right. Okay. All right. There we go. Now I can put this thing in. I don't know if it goes this way or this way. I guess. And of course that happens. All right. Guess we'll see which way it's supposed to be, but it's nice because now it's nice and securely mounted, I think. I might have it backwards in about 3 different ways. There's like 4 different ways in which this can be mounted, I guess. I'm not sure which one's the correct way. Once you'll be able to order your own personal internet. That's funny. All right. All right, let's see. You'll need to angle the LMB according to your location. Yeah, that's the main thing on that black piece. All right, so so somebody's saying, does this go with this? I don't think. Okay, oh, there's a Hacker Noon article that somebody's pointing me to. Let's see. Noon, building your own Bitcoin satellite. All right, let's go over here. Oh, okay. Oh, I did not know this existed. All right, so let me share with you so you can take a look at it. All right, here's the actual building your own Bitcoin satellite node hardware assembly. Yeah, so I definitely need a Linux box in order to do this properly. All right, let's see. Yes. Oh, what a nice diagram. That's such a perfect diagram. Okay. All right, so that goes in at the end somehow, except, oh, so maybe it goes in like okay, and then, oh, and then there's like a little, oh, well, what do you know? All right, I think that's how you're supposed to do it. All right. And that would allow, actually, I think I need to rotate this thing so that the cable comes out of the arm. And I think we should be good there. All right. Oh, I guess it's possible to go in like this, but anyway. All right, so adjusting the, all right, so I don't have a tripod, although that would be nice. Mounting the LNB bracket to the, oh, I see. Okay, there's a metal piece for that particular thing. Oh, that makes so much more sense. Okay, all right. And that means that I can mount it like this. Okay. Oh, that's so much more. Wow, diagrams are so much better than like actual words for this sort of thing. Okay, so that's how it's supposed to be. Okay, and And then the coax goes to the power supply. Signal to IRD. Okay, power, okay. I think I got it backwards. Yeah, it looks like somebody was leading me astray over here. Okay. And then, okay, yeah, so let's try to get this thing mounted at least properly. Whoops. All right. All right. So I think we know how to sort of mount it. All right. So we have this arm here, and what we need to do is take this little metal bracket and basically get it mounted like that. I believe there's a screw exactly for this, and it looks like what the diagram looks like is. All right, so I need to get this all the way up, except it's really not the right one, I think. Oh, I see. The bracket I have goes a little different. All right, I think. All right, I see. Because of the square part, we can do that. So then it's got this jitter. So I don't think this is the best way to do that. All right, let me close that so it doesn't interrupt me. Yes, I have Slack running. All right. Yeah, so this is, did I get that right? All right, so maybe it's the wrong screw here, because I think that one is too squarish. Although that's the only way that I can sort of fit it. I guess we could just fit it this way. All right, yeah, that works. All right, so maybe that diagram is sort of leading me astray a little bit. All right, so I think to get it right, because the square side is there, I need to get this thing in here. Oh gosh. Keep dropping it. All right. Anyway, yeah, I think we get the idea. I would like to put this together, but it's I'm not in a dexterous enough state in order to be able to do it. But anyway, that's the idea of this thing. I think we can. Maybe I'll get a tripod and mount it on one of those in order to get this thing set up, and then I could run it off like a Linux laptop in order to do it. I think I'm gonna have to just buy a Linux laptop in order to make this work. It's I think worthwhile once I get it, because I like Linux anyway, and I have a Mac laptop and a Windows laptop, but not a Linux one, though. You know, both of those have like capabilities to be able to do it. All right. I think it's been 45 minutes already, which is kind of crazy. I've just been messing with hardware, and it's been 45 minutes. I guess this is a piece that I don't need anymore, because it's basically only for DirecTV. Yeah, so no inbound. Okay, let's try to figure this out. All right, so can you just install it on a VM? All right, so any questions from you guys about anything at all? I can talk about any sort of things that are coming up. We could talk about Bitcoin Gold, or 2x, or one of these other things that are coming up. I am sort of like watching those fairly closely. I will have some sort of like a game theory article on 2x pretty soon. I'm in Austin, by the way. I am in Austin. Yeah, so Joshua Marks is asking. Yeah, so it's yeah, there's a lot of different things going on. I will say, well, here, let me pull up Bitcoin GPU because it's interesting, and I'm still kind of oh, I should share the screen. Let's share this screen. I am really bad at this. All right. So here is the btcgpu.org site, and it just literally has October 25th on it, right? Like there's a Slack channel, it's a GitHub. We can go look at the GitHub. And here's the BTC GPU. Let's see how many commits it's had. Let's see. So Vladimir Vanderlaan did the release notes for 0.15.0.1, and they I don't think, well, okay, so they did a merge commit over here. But the last thing that they did was 10 days ago, and they really haven't had much since. It looks like whoever HackerOTab is, that's the only person that's really contributing right now. But yeah, you can sort of see their commits starting about 22 days ago. I don't know, there's probably more stuff, but this is almost entirely just, yeah, this is Bitcoin Core. There's really nothing other than Bitcoin Core code here. These are all like names that I'm very familiar with. But yeah, there's 1, 2, 3, 4 commits, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 commits from HackerOTab, and really nothing else. I guess we can merge, and like a lot of these are merge commits, so it's really like 5, and it's rename readme, remove license file, and then here's like the first actual thing here. Let's see, bunch of git ignore. What? Really? Okay. Issue template. Travis.yaml changed a little bit, I guess. Yeah, they had all this contributing stuff. This is all like readmes and stuff. Yeah, I don't know. It looks like yeah, that it looks like large scale moves of files or something like that. Anyway, this is Bitcoin GPU. It looks like they are going to do something October 25th, and they're aiming, I guess, at like a GPU type proof of work algorithm. I don't really know what that would look like, but this is not the 2x coin. This is a separate coin because of the relative success of Bitcoin Cash. I think they're looking to do something similar. You know, basically launch an altcoin by distributing to Bitcoin holders. This does sort of open up a lot of fiduciary duty questions for every exchange and stuff like that. Yeah, I'm not sure, because there will be people that are, if it's worth anything at all, there will be people that will demand their Bitcoin gold from their exchanges or whatever. So this becomes this tricky situation where these guys are basically hacking the fiduciary duty responsibility of every exchange and utilizing that to basically you know, launch their coin. And it kind of sucks, to be honest. But it is the new reality, is that, you know, every exchange and wallet developer and stuff will have to sort of be you know, a lot of people that will demand their 2x coins if it really does come to a hard fork. But that said, you know, this is all good in a way, because by having you know, the network immunized against these things, by having more of them, you know, the stronger the network becomes, the more secure Bitcoin is. And, you know, you are sort of getting kind of a free dividend, I guess. it will be interesting to see how this goes. Yeah, and we will probably all get more coins again. I don't think you can expect sort of like a 13% dividend payment like you got with Bitcoin Cash. I think you're probably going to get something much lower than that with this particular one. Who knows how that's going to play out? But that's something to think about. And we'll see how that goes. It's nobody wants it to exist except the people that are actually running this stuff. But that's kind of the reality. It is a very fair way to distribute these coins and stuff. So that's kind of what we're at. It's got a different proof of work though, so I'm not sure how that will change things. It's always hard to predict how the market will react to different implementations of certain things. Certainly the quality of developers matters quite a bit as far as these things go, and we don't know what the quality of that one developer is. Yeah, and how we receive these coins and how the replay protection stuff will happen and all that is a big question. But October 25th, it's less than a month away, and that's going to be something that everyone's going to be watching very closely. Anyway, I don't see any other questions, so I will go. I will end this video. Thank you for sticking with me. Thank you to Blockstream, to Samson Mao for getting me this stuff. He also sends me hats sometimes. Yeah, I think I'm gonna probably have to buy that Dragon's Den one. Anyway, yeah, I'll mount this thing outside and then I think I need a dedicated Linux laptop in order to make sure this thing works. And then once I get that working, then I'll install it on my server that I have at home. And I will connect everything to it and then go from there. But for now, it looks like, yeah, I'm just going to have to, yeah, I need to suck it up and buy a laptop that's got Linux on it. Yeah, that's the next step. All right. Anyway, I thank you for being here, and I guess this is my sign off. This song is done.